Hello everyone, Kurt Hofelder here, and welcome back to another episode from Hofelder Labs. Today we're going to be discussing contending against multiple opponents at a time. To do that, I'm going to be sharing the video footage of me in a skills progression test where I faced off against 2 opponents at one time, all the way up to 5. At each stage of these videos right here, I'm going to be putting a spacer in there so you can kind of know, like, okay, this is against 2 people, the results, against 3 people, the results, and so on and so forth. And at the very end of the video, I'm going to be circling back to kind of talk about my big takeaways from this experience. So with that being the case, let's roll the tape. So you can see quite a little bit different in comparison to one-on-one combat situations. This was a great opportunity for me to kind of really focus down on one thing, which was to keep everything simple and to make every movement count. So I'm going to talk about the first one right here, which was striking, or using the sword just in general here. In my mind, when I was out there, there's only 4 things I was thinking about, and that had to deal with what Fiore gives advice on, which is I can strike, I can cover, I can bind, and I can break. So as long as I kept those in mind, it was no longer like, okay, do this technique here. It was strike coming in, cover. Strike coming here, break, then strike. Opening, strike, cover. Simple, very small movement concepts in my head, which allowed me to keep myself preserved as much as possible and then be able to move to different targets. So that's the first thing. The second thing was footwork. And again, if we're on the focus of doing everything that is beneficial, then the reality is every step, just like every strike, has also have to have purpose. So the thing I found out there was in choosing to take steps in strikes, if I cut from one side to the other side, what position, what posture do I come into? And what is, as we cover later on, the reciprocal guard in different directions that I am able to get out of based on just assuming that with a step, a pass, a turn. This made every strike even more so counted against where the focus needed to be. The last one was positional and distance management. And what I mean by these right here is, just like in one-on-one fighting, I'm contending with somebody, I can pull someone and push them back by me moving forward and backwards, left and right, etc. When you're dealing with multiple attackers, by circling and moving in different directions, it's not just one person, you have everybody doing that with you. It almost creates, just like my hands right here, this moment like you almost have this wave action between opponents, which allows you lag time. So I can strike one, as they're coming over, I strike them or cover against them, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of opportunities in there to kind of contend with in what you're trying to do. So those are the real big 3 things that were my takeaways for this event. And I thought they were very beneficial. So keeping it simple within footwork, striking, and then also movement so that you can seek opportunities. Those are the big things that are very different in comparison to one-on-one fencing. However, they're also the same things as well. It just becomes a different way of applying them. Quick shout out to the people of the Triangle Sword Guild. Thank you so much. Ben Strickling, your mentorship over the past year has been invaluable for my progressions within the art, and I love it. Thank you so much for the opportunities to continue down this prize play path towards different goals that I have. And everyone else out there that has absolutely trained with me, I love it. It's fantastic. You've pushed me, helped me learn in different directions. So thank you so much for all your time and for the opportunity to be able to show my art in this capacity out there. For everyone else that's watching out here, I'm very curious to see what you all saw as well. I'm curious to see what is it that you saw in regards to your fencing, or maybe something if you're not a fencer or not a fighter. What are some of the things that you saw out there that were also very different for you? Like, what were things that you would have thought, why wouldn't I have done this? Leave a comment below. I'm curious to see what your thoughts are on there. And as always, like I said, if this is something that sparks your interest, drop a like, and subscribe. Share with a friend out there. You might find there might be people out there that are wanting to see a little bit more to fencing rather than just the one-on-one. And I believe this is a good observation right here to see what's happening in regards to multiple attackers. So, with that being the case, that's gonna wrap up this video here. Thank you all so much for stopping by. As always, stay safe out there, train well, and fight on. I will see you in the next video.